there is a reason why all of the best businesses in the world are racing to build online brands with video content. And if you or your business do not want to be left behind, we need to start making video content now. Which brings a different question, which is what types of videos should I make if I've never made any types of videos before? And in this video, I'm going to outline all of the different types of videos that I suggest you make to get you started to achieve your goals straight away. Let's get into it. Now, the first thing that you should do is define your end goal and work backwards. So there's many different types of content that you can make. And there's many different platforms that you can create on. So you need to figure out what's best for you. And the best ways that you can do this is figuring out, that question that you don't like to be asked in an interview, which is, where do I want to be in 5 years' time? Actually ask yourself that and figure out where you or your business wants to be in 5 years' time. Now, some examples that I've seen are, I want to be the industry leader in my space. Maybe you want to sell your business in 5 years' time. Maybe you want to optimize for conversions or optimize for growth. Whatever works for you, but it's very important to figure out where you want to go, and then you can start making an action plan towards that goal. And we're going to go over a couple of different types of videos that can facilitate different types of goals. One of the first things, if you have never made video content for your business, I highly recommend that you start by building a base. And what that means is, instead of just starting off by making social media content, which I love, that's what my bread and butter is, making social media content, but making a video sales letter, for example, a video or a branding video that is on your website, so that when people come onto your website, they see instantly who you are, what you stand for, what problems do you solve, do you have a risk reversal? You need to answer all of those different questions within the first couple of seconds, otherwise they're gone. The amount of attention that people have nowadays is so minimal that you really just need to capture their attention quickly and get them on your page. First thing, another type of video that you can make, highly recommended, is testimonials. So testimonials are one of the most important things that you can do for your business, because we are humans and we are very social creatures, and we like to know that what we are buying has been tested and proven by other people. And if you are getting video testimonials, I highly suggest that you make sure that there is a direct return on investment stated in that video testimonial. It's nice to say that, Bronson was fantastic to work with and he's an amazing person, that I am, but unless you're actually solving a problem for another business, unless you're helping them make more money, then things like being nice, it's really not that important to people. So a good example of something to say would be, I worked with Bronson and after X amount of days, we got a Y result. And once you get your video sales letter complete, your testimonials complete, you're starting to build up a base of video-based content on your platforms. And then you can start making social media content as you go along. Another thing that I've found incredibly successful, especially for local-based businesses, is making video content based on the sales objections that you get. So naturally within your sales cycle, you with your own product or service are going to have a specific set of objections that you come up with day after day. Usually you have around 3 of them, and one good example would be they say that your service is too expensive. Well, why is it too expensive? So you can make video content about how the reason why your service or product is so expensive is because you invest a lot of time and energy into, research and development, or maybe the types of products that you're using to make your product is incredibly high, and that comes with different costs, for example. So you can start making content about these. It's also building up your base that you had before, because everyone's going to Google everyone before you do anything with anyone, right? So when they go onto your Instagram, for example, we're going to have a look at, do you have testimonials? Do you have some sort of branding video somewhere, if it's on your LinkedIn or elsewhere? These sales objections. People are going to watch some of these videos, 2 or 3, before they hop on a call with you. And then once they're onto a sales call with you, they've already been pre-primed to understand your methodology of thinking, and it just helps smoothen that sales process as you go through it. Social media content. So This is one of the most important things that we can do in 2023 to build our business in the long run. Now, what types of content can you make for social media? So, if you don't know where to start, one of the best things that you can do is steal like an artist. So instead of trying to figure out everything from scratch by yourself, a great thing that you can do is go to people who are your competitors, go to people in your niche, and see what they are doing that is doing well. You want to know what kind of styles of video is going well. Maybe people in your specific service or product are, making videos in a certain way that that is the way that people make videos. Maybe it's a talking head video. Maybe you don't see their face at all. Maybe it's more like an infographic. But you need to understand the types of video that are doing well in your niche and try and think of different ways that you can add to it. So you don't want to copy what they're doing, but it's always nice to see or be aware of what is trending well. Another thing are the topics. So if you are in a local based business, maybe there are different types of topics in your niche that many people are talking about. And you can start making content about that. For example, if you're in the online space, a lot of people are making content about AI because it's the new hottest trend. So you can start to make a little bit of content about this, a little bit of content about that, and you can start to mix it into yours at the end. Now, the third thing that you want to take notice of are the hooks. The opening 3 seconds is the most important 3 seconds of your entire video, because the opening 3 seconds of your video is the most important 3 seconds of your video. And I've realized that Arnie is poking his head out to the side, which is a fantastic thing. But if you can optimize your video at the very start, that gives you the best chance of hooking someone's attention and then maintaining people's attention after that. And like I said before, please add your own personality. So instead of stealing word for word, style for style, and topic for topic, please come up with your own variations and your own spin to these popular trends. And what's also cool is acknowledging what is doing well, and sometimes just going in the complete opposite way, because that's how trends work. They kind of move in waves, and if you can go in the opposite direction of that wave, eventually it will come back to you. Another thing that I've seen that has been incredibly beneficial to my clients is another piece of advice I'd like you to try out if you want to create the best content that resonates with your audience, is making a lot of content for a long amount of time, and in that process you're going to start making high quality content. So instead of making one piece of content and getting one or no feedback whatsoever, try making multiple pieces of feedback, sending them out at different times, maybe trying out different hooks, different styles, everything that we talked about before. But essentially, a lot of all of what we're talking about is going to come down to you. So your ability to clearly communicate your ideas with a camera, that is one of the highest ROI skills that you can do. But it takes time. It takes a lot of time to learn this skill and to develop the ability to communicate your ideas online. So making a lot of content for a long amount of time is something that I think is very highly beneficial in the long run. It's going to suck at the start, but you can get through this. I know it because I've done it, and I know many other people who have done it, and so you can do the same. So quantity over quality to achieve quality. So you're making a lot of content for a long amount of time. In that process, you're going to start to see a few pieces of content start to resonate with your audience. And one of the best things you can do is to stop, take a look at it, and ask yourself, why is it that that content is doing well? Again, is it my messaging? Is it the topic? Is it the style? What is it about that video that you think did really well? And then start making a lot of content on that, because you can start to spend 80% of your energy on 20% of the videos that are doing well, and then you will achieve 80% of the results. So it's a very efficient way of working, because instead of at the start, you're making a lot of content everywhere, like a shotgun effect, but then over time, you're going to start to narrow things down. Then what you need to do is systemize your process. One of the biggest problems that I've seen in making a lot of content is that it takes a lot of time. Just logistically, production-wise, ideation-wise, it all takes a lot of time. So figuring out a way in which that you can stay organized so that you have different times in which you do different tasks. Some people like to batch their content. Some people like to make their content on the fly. You really need to find out a system that works for you. And if you'd be interested in learning more about a content system that does not take you that much time, that gives you the results that you want, let me know, and I'll be always happy to jump on a call with you and figure out a strategy that works for you. Apart from that, that's it. No more slides there, and see you in the next video. Peace.